Hi there, Jessie here. Big fat warm welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for being here. If you're completely new and you clicked here, maybe there's a reason for that. I truly believe in this great mystery we all find ourselves in. So stick around to find out what it is, or not. Right, guys. Today I'm going to talk about self-worth, and remind myself and everyone watching that we're our favorite person. I really believe this. This is what self-love is all about. You discover that you prefer you. Not that you're better. It's just a preference thing, right? Like if you like chocolate cake or carrot cake, you prefer the version of consciousness expressed through you. And I think that's really beautiful. And I'll share with an anecdote from my life. So yesterday, I'm doing a course and we had a group call with a few of us. And there's somebody in my group who is so beautiful. She's so beautiful. I just think she's gorgeous. And she always seems so put together and composed. And there's something quite regal about her energy. And I was running late yesterday and I showed up and my hair was all over the place and I looked not my best. So I was comparing, okay, and I noticed and I thought, am I jealous? And I'm like, I'm not. I totally admire her composure. And I admire that expression of femininity. And I, to be honest, I was like, maybe I am jealous because I think if I was attracted to women, that's the kind of woman I'd be attracted to. If I was a man, I'd go for that. And then I think, well, I'm not that. So does that make me undesirable? I was thinking about it and I thought, well, it's not strictly true that I'm not that. There are moments where I show up quite composed and regal. Sometimes. It's just not my leading archetype. I feel like it might be her leading archetype because that's often what I see. And so I had to give myself credit. All right, Jessie, sometimes you are that woman. And it got me thinking that we're all everything, aren't we? We're all every expression, healthy and unhealthy. And sometimes we have ones that we lead with that are dominant because that served us best to navigate life. It brought us the most success. And so that will vary from person to person, but we're all everything. And I thought I could show up more composed if I wanted to. That's also a conscious effort. I could do something about that if I feel that is a more desirable way to be. And then I thought, but hold up. I know that I don't wish to show up always in a way to be desirable to others. And I think that's where I was getting at by in this exploration is maybe I thought, in the comparison, I was like, maybe I'm worth less as a woman because I don't lead with that energy. And I was like, okay, but I tried to be as true to myself as possible, okay, because it's not easy. And we do live so I was then thinking my dominant or my leading energy is a bit more of like a trickster, joker, like a little bit mischievous and and that maybe is less desirable for men, but there will be some that really like that and that they'll be attracted to me because I lead with that. So I thought, okay, there's no point really comparing. Not only do I embody those energies and I could embody them more if I wanted to, but I'm also all right with showing up in this way. And so what I mean when I say we're our favorite person is when you have self-love and you can be anything you want, and then you can choose what aspect you want to express. You're choosing it because it's your preferred one, right? And so I hope I've made myself clear. One last thing I'd like to finish on is self-deception. So I made a video last week talking about Andrew Tate and, interesting response from that. And I was being a little bit of a trickster there, picking a quite unlikable figure and pointing out qualities that I admired in that person. Little bit provocative, and I was curious the feedback. And somebody actually really appreciate this. They took it quite seriously, what I was saying. They were like, I don't think this kind of behavior should be glorified or admired in any way. And actually, they were taking it quite seriously. They were like, this isn't a joke. And I really appreciate that. We need serious energy sometimes, even coming from a trickster. Oh, more to say on that, Pin. So, you know, he was saying our capacity for self-deception is huge. And it's really got me thinking, you know. Yes, it absolutely is. And the ways I deceive myself. Oh, God. You know, like, I just feel a bit embarrassed, I guess, shame, or I'm feeling shame for deceiving myself, because it's something I would prefer to believe rather than the actual truth. And the more that the thing about self-deception is you don't know you're doing it until somebody kindly points it out. and if somebody kindly points it out and we get really defensive, you're probably definitely doing it. If you're able to like have a laugh about it, if it doesn't, it might be very clear for you that you're not doing that, in which case you're able to express very calmly, no, I'm not. You can use a bit of force, stand up for yourself. I'm talking about how I would approach it, but there wouldn't be this need to defend. Because what are we defending? Anyway, I pinned something, didn't I? Oh, yes, because I was then thinking, like, I lead with trickster energy. And this was after I went on a date at the weekend. And then I was thinking about how they might perceive me, because I don't think it's going to be regal or composed. And maybe there's a bit of trickster, but actually I'm thinking about how I show up with them has been a bit more in my teacher energy, you know, like, and I do lead with this, especially when I meet new people, because I have built an identity around somebody who's experienced stuff and then has wisdom from that. Or so I've noticed with him, I'm coming at more that energy, and I'm really curious. Actually, I might even ask him how he perceives me, like from first few impressions. And, you know, even this beautiful, gorgeous, regal woman that I'm seeing, she might not feel that about herself. She might be like, what? So at the end of the day, forget I said anything. No, I'm joking. I mean, do what you want, but like, does any of it matter? All right. So I do hope you love yourself and you realize that you're your favorite version of human, because it's the absolute truth. And I will leave it there. So if you like the video, please like it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you did glean something in this, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Otherwise, have a beautiful day, a beautiful life. Whatever's going on, we got this.